Okay, so I'm driving and I'm having thoughts. Oh, I should have stopped there. There was a gas station there. I want to get something. I'm on my way to visit Chaya. So this is going to be kind of a strange one, what I'm thinking. I need to pay attention if there's another gas station on the way, because I do want to stop, and I know that once I start going up the hill, there isn't going to be a gas station, so we'll see. Playing with the drivers that are in the cars next to me. It's kind of like a game. You know, you make eyes at them and stuff, and you see who's willing to play. You know, some people just lose their playfulness as they grow older. That guy was willing to play a little bit, but it didn't get to a smile. It just an eye game, just a raising of the eyebrows, and then he kind of looked away to do something else. But sometimes you really get them playing. Sometimes people really like playing. It's fun because you can like flirt with the drivers next to you. Drivers, driverettes, it doesn't matter. It's like you can flirt all out, and then you just continue, and it was like like a passing thing. And it's fun. And other drivers that get it, they get it. The sun is behind me, but embarazo, there's nothing to do about it. But I was just sitting here thinking, I just watched a video that, for lack of a better word, that my twin sent me. And it was about the born versus the unborn. It's I guess a type of Buddhism. I don't remember names, but I remember concepts really, really well. And it was super interesting. I'll put a link to it in the comments below so that you can watch it if you want to. It's really, really interesting. A really simple concept, and you can see it. It's the concept of the unborn, which is all around us and also runs through us, versus the born, which the unborn, let's say, is like our consciousness. Is connected to the unborn. Everything has the unborn running through it, which is the potential of born. It's and I would even say you could call it the existence of all, the entire spiritual realm, life itself, God light. I don't know, energy. You could call it whatever you want to call it. Life, maybe. And everything that is in the physical world is already the born. It came into physical form. It has a start and it has an ending, which also includes like a thought. It's not just a part of the unborn, part of the all. A thought is something that came into existence. It has a beginning, it has an end. And what they suggest there, and which I find fascinating and really simple to understand, it's a 20-minute video, and it actually says Enlightenment for lazies or something to that effect, right? It's a really, really, really simple concept, a real concept. It's that what's inside of us, running through us, is the unborn. We are divinely connected to the all. Our thoughts and our separation and our body and all of those things, that is actually the illusion, because it's only here for a short time. All the rest is infinite. And we know it's in existence and it runs through us. And once we're able to really grasp this concept and bring it down into our whole, you start seeing life as a game, like playing with the other drivers. Things become, it's more like a game. Even the things that happen when you fall and you feel like you're at your lowest point, or things like that. Nothing's all that serious. Anyway, if you think about 100 years from now, what's it going to matter? Anything that I go through right now isn't going to matter to me in 100 years. Unless I have some kind of big splash on the world and I make some kind of big effect, in 100 years, nothing's going to matter that I said or did or thought or, even my worst traumas. That's why I figure I want to get my books out because, and also what I really feel like I want to do is help people get that kind of relief here in this lifetime, because this lifetime is only an experience. That's all it is. This is just an experience. And each of us individually is responsible for making our own individual experience the best experience we can make it. And nobody's going to do it for us. Nobody is going to do it for us. Nobody's going to go out on the limb. Nobody's going to pull us past our limits. I mean, there can be outside help. There can be people that lead you in the direction and show you the way and kind of nudge you along. But the individual work, we are each our own savior. I mean, think about it. Nobody can come inside of me and experience my life for me, or make my life or even what I want it to be, or even know what I want my life to be. Who can come inside of me and know what kind of life I want my life to be? Putting my expectations or my feelings on somebody else, first of all, it's impossible because nobody else can experience me for me. Second of all, it's lazy. It's like not taking responsibility for myself. It's saying, okay, I want you to be responsible for me being happy. And besides that, it's like a greedy thought. Greedy is maybe not the best word, but it's kind of like putting your weight onto somebody else. It's kind of like being self-centered or, greedy, kind of. I want him or her or whoever to do the work for me to make me happy. And then I have all these expectations on that person too, and I call it love. And if they're not fulfilling my expectations, and making me happy because I'm not happy, because nobody else can really make me happy, right? Except for myself. And then if I'm not happy, I'm going to make sure that person that's responsible for making me happy is going to know all up about how unhappy I am, for sure. See how that works? This is like couple therapy in 2 minutes. But that video was really, really cool. And then the second thought that I was having was that my friend, I'm looking for a gas station. I'm coming by this little village here. And I don't think that there's going to be any more gas stations between here and there. What is that? It doesn't look like a gas station. See, I'm passing by this village. There's a village on my right, and on my left over there is Carmiel. So I'm passing. I'm driving. I like this drive. It's a beautiful, beautiful drive. Beautifuls. So I was just thinking, because my friend keeps on, there's a sign for a gas station, so it looks like there's a gas station coming up. So my friend, he says even if you're like a powerful witch and you put a spell on somebody to make them, and he has insinuated to me before about my powers, or like that I'm a witch or something, and in a good way, not in a, when you have powers, it depends what you do with your powers, not not just because you have powers are you evil. There's lots of power in good. A lot of power. There's more power in good than in evil, because in good you're standing in the light. So if you do good with your powers, then your powers become that much stronger. And light powers always overcome dark, if they're pure, because they are in sync with the universe. This must be what? The gas station is after the intersection? It is. See, I'm turning off before I even got to the gas station. I can see the gas station there, and I need to turn up here. And the only place there's a gas station here that I know of is on the opposite side of the road, and I'm not supposed to cross the white line there to go to it. I did it before. It's kind of dangerous, but I might do it again. The thing is that if I do it, I have to do it twice. I have to do it on the in, and then I have to do it again on the out to get going in the opposite direction. See, yeah, see, there's a double white line here, but there are no cars. Double white line with no cars, and nobody to see me do it. I'm doing it. So, because I want to get something to take with me. So, I was just thinking, I'm going to finish this up really quick. I was just thinking about that because I'm learning more and more about these powers, and I'm seeing them more and more. And I'm seeing that there's a lot more around us than meets the eye lately. I've been able, also remembering past lives, and also being able to see energies, and realizing that that's a language that I've always spoke. I just didn't know what to call it, and I didn't know that it was a thing. It was just in me, and it was automatic. And now all of a sudden I'm aware of it. So when you become aware of the energies and being able to see signs and follow intuitions, and it's all connected, it's kind of like finding the unborn within yourself that is connected to everything, so it can speak with everything, can speak with nature, speak with animals, speak with situations. I'm still learning. It's like a language like no other. It's a massive language. But the thing is that once you recognize it, the language, you become fluent. Almost. You still have to realize it. It still has to sit inside complete. But it's getting more and more and more. It's like getting a whole bunch of pieces of the puzzle, and then you have enough pieces that you can see the grand picture, but you're not quite, you still don't have it all the way put together. There's still some things missing. But I wanted to share because that was so funny, because my husband, my ex-husband, who I was married to, we were together for 17 years when we broke up, and we got a final divorce after 20 years. And he used to think that I had powers. He used to be like, there were certain places, and he still does, because he said something to me not too long ago at all about that something happened to him because of me. He believes it, and he got sick after we got a divorce. He got sick, and right before he got sick, he took the divorce very difficult, and I don't know how much I want to be talking about other people, but it's just an example. And I could tell by how upset he was that he had all this like hatred and like bad feelings. And I told him, you better be careful, you're going to make yourself sick. And I didn't say it in a nice way, because he was that week he went in and did blood tests, and he found out that he had but anyway. And so that only reinforced his hit. Now, for me, it was like, okay, I remember back then I was thinking, it's obvious to me because of the way that, it's obvious to me that we are responsible for our health, and that we have power over that. And I was just thinking about that. I was thinking about, and then after I got a divorce, I had another boyfriend for a couple of years, and he also would call me a witch. And so did my third, and so did my fourth. Okay, anyway, I want to go in here and get what I want to get, so I'll come back with more stories. I have stories about yesterday.